Hi, welcome to Contemporary Tarot. I'm Madeline. In this session, I'm going to talk a little bit about understanding combinations, how cards work together. I've gotten this question a few times, and so let's dive in. First off, since there are infinite layouts and card positions possible, and combine that with all of the cards and their meanings upright and reversed, there is no way to dictate an exact meaning to specific combinations of cards. It's impossible. So I'm going to get a little bit esoteric as I dive into this. So first off, remember tarot is a map for your emotional and spiritual journey through your life. And when you have contradictory cards, I'd suggest look at the contradictions within yourself. Because all of life is about combining different elements, combining work and your personal life, combining rest and ambition, the emotional and the spiritual and the physical. It's all how do we combine the different elements of our life. And so the tarot just is laying that out in a visual, kind of a storyboard almost. So if you have some combinations of cards, different cards, that seem to be not of the same flavor. First off, I wanted you to just sort of dive into the idea that opposites aren't necessarily separate. With shadow, there must be sun. When there's plenty, there can also be excess. Obstacles can lead one down a new path towards growth. So things aren't always completely separate. So some suggestions. First, when you have a spread that's confusing you and you aren't sure how it's working together, look at what's shared between the cards. Is there a color story that's the same? Are they all dark? Do you have all major arcana cards, or do you have mostly minor arcana? Are the cards and all of the spread, are there a lot of people, or are there no people at all? And is there an excess of anything, of pages, students, excess of certain suits, of queens or kings? So look at kind of similarities between the cards. And then sit with your question. Why are you confused? Why aren't you getting it? And look at it and say, why am I struggling with understanding this reading? What is underneath it? Dig deeper. Am I not getting the answer I wanted? Also look at the meaning of the cards, where they're at. For example, so if you get Four of Cups in a best course of action, it's a totally different meaning than Four of Cups with what is an obstacle. So look at the card, then look underneath to the meaning. There is no single recipe for how certain cards relate to each other, just as there is no recipe for how a life is lived that's fulfilling and satisfying. There's a different recipe for each person's life. And the gift and exciting part of the tarot is it will help you navigate those differences. So when you get a reading and you're looking at these like combinations, cards that don't seem to work together or make sense, that's kind of where the good stuff is. Sit with that, look at it, think about it, and your practice will grow richer. It will. You'll dig in more, and the answer will come. But it's okay, in a sense, to be uncomfortable and unsettled. That is introducing you to new landscape in your life. Like I said, I got real esoteric. I hope this helps. Again, keeping it simple, there's no simple answer. There's no recipe. Look at the reading, look at the overall tone of the reading, and sit with and explore why you're confused. Maybe even doing a reading on that. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for visiting, and I invite you to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.